Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something along those lines, Night Raw. We are live from somewhere. I've actually forgot. Oh, Dallas, Texas. That's the one for this episode of Raw. Just a few days away from the Raw exclusive pay-per-view Over the Limit. And here we are, ready to go on a huge night with a huge main event that one person has been waiting for so long to get their hands on, and finally gets the opportunity to prove everyone on the Raw roster wrong that he deserves this opportunity. It's Dolph Ziggler finally getting his matchup against Tyler Breeze. One-on-one here tonight. No interventions, no Bullet Club, no Sting, just Dolph Ziggler proving that he is without a doubt the finest athlete in the World Heavyweight Championship division, and that he is more than deserving of that opportunity to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship at Over the Limit. While the main event may still be undecided, here tonight, Dolph Ziggler looks to settle any rumors and any opinions against him and show that it is going to be himself and Breeze for the World Heavyweight Championship at Over the Limit. So with that being said, we're going to kick things off here with a tag team match. A big way to start it off. Already the Raw General Manager wanted to put his cards on the table soon. I think he's been seeing what I've been doing over on ECW with starting off with a big match to kick off the card. And he's going to do it here with a tag team confrontation between the team of Randy Orton and Drago, a team who have had differences over the last 2 weeks, but Orton, despite him, not exactly being a favorite within the Raw crowd or the Raw locker room, says that he was impressed by Drago and his attitude that he brought into the matchup last week. And Randy Orton said he was only impressed by it and has offered his services here tonight to Drago in order to go against the World Tag Team Champions, the Bullet Club. I mean, Orton, it's a lovely gesture, really. It's incredibly nice of you to do that for Drago, but it doesn't make a difference in the slightest. You see, you could bring out Triple H, you could bring out Sting. You could bring out, in fact, yeah, bring out Sting. He's already been defeated by the team. The point I'm trying to make is you can bring out nearly enough anyone on the Raw roster right now, and no one can topple the Bullet Club, except for the Bullet Club. And I mean that. Right now, the Bullet Club are riding a huge wave of momentum. They have 2 of the 4 Raw titles in their, in their possession, and they are looking destined to hold on to those belts for as long as can be, and to make it number 3, and eventually, down the line, number 4. I would like to hope that we see the Bullet Club invest in the women's division sometime soon, and claim true dominance over the Raw brand. Not dominance in a bad way, dominance in the course of the way of the working man. Dominance in the way of finally fighting back against what has kept them held down time and time again. The upper elites, the big wigs, the suits, whatever you want to say about them, they have kept the Bullet Club held down for long enough, and at Over the Limit, they are ready to prove them, every single one of them, wrong, and walk out with as many belts as they can. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I instruct that we all stand and take into accord the World Tag Team Champions, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Your World Tag Team Champions, my World Tag Team Champions, the Bullet Club, who this Sunday are going to take on the team of Michael Bennett and Marty Scurll for the World Tag Team Championship. Advantage already goes to the Bullet Club in that aspect, because Scurll and Bennett haven't even had a tag team matchup yet, but they are already contending for those World Tag Team titles. Whereas you got the Bullet Club, who are in their second reign with those tag team titles already, about 2 months down with them. There is nothing that can stop the Bullet Club from claiming those World Tag Team titles, and I promise you that. This Sunday, Scurll and Bennett can try as hard as they want. They can really give it their all. For all I care, it won't mean a thing when Scurll and Bennett are defeated at the hands of the Bullet Club once more, and just another team is added to the list of failures who are unable to knock off the greatest team there is within this universe today. So with that being said, what do we have for you here tonight? Well, following this, we have The Miz in action. I know, finally, The Miz is here. The A-lister is here. He's going to grace us all Only problem being that he's got to try and increase us all in the matchup against Zack Ryder, of all people. Yep. Zack Ryder's here. He's back in singles action. Well, actually, he was in singles action last week, in which he defeated Christian by count-out firmly because Christian wanted absolutely nothing to do with the joke that Zack Ryder is. With that being said, Miz now has to deal with that joke. Poor, poor Miz. Moving on from now, we have another tag team matchup set for tonight. It's going to be in the women's division. The three women who are going to be in that triple threat match for the women's championship at Over the Limit, Paige, Gail, Kim, and Becky Lynch, will be in that match. We'll see Paige and Gail, Gail, Kim, and Becky Lynch on one team. Paige is going to be teaming up to take. Paige is going to be teaming up with the Brood's Rosemary to take on that team. Interesting to see Rosemary. She's going to be making her in-ring debut within this universe, and it is going to be a very interesting affair to see what Rosemary will add. Of course, she is going to be probably more focused on her brood. They do have something scheduled for Over the Limit, and I will talk about that during that matchup. I'm just looking to try and rush through this card right now so we can put more focus on the Bullet Club. What we got after that match? We've got... let me try and remember it off the top of my head. Oh yeah, speaking of Marty Scurll, actually, he'll be in action later on tonight with Michael Bennett and Maria in his corner. He will look to take on the Grand Slam champion, the most boring man alive today. That's right, Daniel Bryan's back, and he'll be facing Marty Scurll later on tonight. And then, of course, our main event, Dolph Ziggler against Tyler Breeze. A prelude to this Sunday where you witness the mighty, the extravagant, the incredible, the show-off Dolph Ziggler defeat Tyler Breeze here tonight. Get that championship opportunity that he's been dying to get his hands on for months and has been denied time and time again. Go on to Over the Limit, capture the World Heavyweight Championship, and show why the Bullet Club have and always will be about the people. Anyway, we focus back on this matchup right now. I'm going to keep my words kind of low down on that main event because I am hyped up for it, because I'm not trying to disrespect Breeze at all. I was a huge supporter of Breeze in the build-up to WrestleMania, so I can't really go against him at a time like this, but it is Dolph Ziggler, and I do much rather Ziggler over Breeze. But with that being said, we go back to this matchup right now. The number one contender to the United States Championship, Drago, in a bit of trouble here. He had to hang on to that number one contendership opportunity last week against Orton, due to Orton defeating him 2 weeks ago. He was able to get the win, thankfully, of course, meaning that Orton didn't become the number one contender. But now here tonight, Orton looking to help out Drago as they go up against the World Tag Team Champions. Orton avoiding a potential tag being made at Carl Anderson might not be the smartest idea there, because you've still got the 7-foot to deal with in the ring. And what a counter that was. The big man here taking Orton now back into the turnbuckle. This time I think we may get the tag. Here we go. Tag made. What will the Bullet Club look for here? Double backdrop, and that's added to it, considering the height of the either near 7-footer or actual 7-footer that is Luke Gallows. Now Carl Anderson going at a battle of the pretty much similar moves here. Gun stun against the RKO. What a float over there into that neck, into that cover, following that neck breaker. Orton kicks out at 2 though. Carl Anderson remaining in control. Well, I jinxed that one, didn't I? Orton with the reversal. Cover right after here, looking to turn the match into his favor, but Carl Anderson kicks out early on there. It's a good idea that Drago's using here. He's staying on the outside. He's not wanting to exert too much energy, because if he does, well, he risks, being at a weakened state against Adam Cole. An already weakened state that he can't really afford to have. What a drop kick there in the face of Randy Orton. The Triple Crown champion in a lot of trouble right here. He may have given his support to Drago, and that may have cost him significantly. Orton now about to be taken for a ride. And the Magic Killer from the Bullet Club. Drago drops to the outside. There's the cover. This one's over. Oh, for God's sake. Randy Orton being even more stupid getting even more stupid by the moment. as he proceeds to kick out all of the Magic Killer. And that's what happens when you kick out. You get a really pissed off Luke Gallows to deal with. What a super kick there. So I would like to reiterate how tall this man is. You know, nearly 7 foot. Can't teach down all that bollocks. But he can nail incredibly agile maneuvers such as that. In the corner now goes Orton. Crowd here in Dallas trying to rally behind Orton here, chanting RKO, but it's really not helping him right now. He is being absolutely mauled at the hands of Luke Gallows, who now sets him up for the 12-step. So 2 things we've realized here. 1, Drago needs to get better friends. 2, Orton needs to get better in general. Good work there by Drago to interrupt that cover, but oh, into a hefty neck breaker. Laying out in the ring right now, and to show what happened there, some kind of a little bit of miscommunication between the Bullet Club. And Luke Gallows is certainly taking out whatever anger you add to that towards that on Randy Orton. See, that's what makes it so smart about the Bullet Club. If they can get angry at one another, they take their anger out on their opponents, not on each other. And look at this. Here we go. We're going to have another Magic Killer. Lay down onto Orton. Cover right after it. Anderson, you should have hooked a leg. God damn it. Carl Anderson now the legal man once more, just taking it to Randy Orton, giving him no time to recover. Drago can only sit and watch on the outside, while Carl Anderson goes to work on the former World Heavyweight Champion, World Tag Team Champion. As well, nice sent on there by Carl Anderson. He's in total control right now of Orton. Absolutely mauling this man. Orton, though, might get a little bit of a comeback going. T-bone suplex might be on the way, and he connects with it. Will he make that tag into Drago? No, he doesn't. Should be making the tag right there, and instead, he's gloating in the corner, had his back turned to Anderson, and that's where a crucial error was made right there. Carl Anderson, though, unable to capitalize. Orton able to get a quick counter in. Now we've got a bit of back and forth going on between both men. Up on his shoulder. Carl Anderson does a great job there to get out of it, though. Now what is he looking for? Seemed a bit exhausted. Orton was with a quick counter there and a clothesline that really did not deck Carl Anderson all that well. Anderson goes down, though. And now Luke Gallows having to get involved. Saving his tag team partner there. The referee doing absolutely nothing to get involved. Weak officiating right there. And Orton looked like Orton wanted the tag, and that was very quick, great work as well by Carl Anderson to make sure that he didn't get that tag in. Carl Anderson now planting Orton with an incredible spine buster. Absolutely out of this world spine buster, and it gets the Bullet Club the win. Thank you very much. Your winners. And still, because we know we'll be seeing that at the end of this Sunday as well. The Bullet Club victorious. Don't even have to, we don't even have to try anymore and announce that the Bullet Club are going to be the winners, because we always know it's the case. Another win for Anderson and Gallows. Orton takes the pin, so that may assist Drago a little bit. I mean, his performance in this matchup was good enough, but will it be good enough to bring him that momentum that he needs to capture the World Tag Team title? And Over the Limit from Adam Cole? I don't think that's the case. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next matchup here. The Miz in action against Zack Ryder. Woohoo. Well, crowd in Dallas clearly not too happy to see the arrival of the A-lister. Clearly jealous of the wealth and popularity that the Miz possesses. Especially when he's accompanied by his wife, Maryse. Here is the Miz making, I believe, only his second appearance on this Raw brand. Last time we saw Miz, he suffered a loss to Drago, which enabled Drago to become number 1 contender for the United States Championship. Miz looking to put that all behind him right now and focus on himself, focus on his brand. Because, the thing is, in a way, it's, a win is always going to be great for Miz. It's going to help him to promote whatever he's got going on in Hollywood. It's going to help him to promote his worth and his value to future contractors who want to perhaps hire him for, future movie directors and producers. So, you know, a win goes a long way towards helping out The Miz. And let's be honest, he needs that win far more than Zack Ryder will ever need that win. What does he need that win to accomplish? Some kind of 8-year-old dream or some shit where he was like, oh, I wish I could win in Dallas, Texas. No one cares, Zack. Really, no one cares. Here comes, well, there's The Miz anyway. This is who everyone should be caring about within this matchup. The A-lister. The money maker that he is.
You know it.
And this is the man who no one should care about. Dara Ronaldo's pet project or whatever it is. One of the most annoying, irritating, agonizing people to ever hear within your life. It's Zack Ryder. He comes towards the ring, fresh off his win against Christian, though no part of it was really a win. Christian threw him back into the ring so he could lose by countout. Great idea by Christian, because now following that loss, Zack Ryder's got his revenge. And that means we don't need to see another matchup between the two. Hey, if that means better stuff for Christian, I'm all for it. If that means another future for Christian, free of Zack Ryder, and perhaps on a quest towards a championship, I'm all for it. He may have to go against the Bullet Club, but hey, Christian's a solid competitor. So with that being said, right now we're about to get this matchup underway. And look at how easily Miz is able to outstrength there Zack Ryder. As if he's nothing. And a cheap shot for good measure. Ryder deserved that one. Another collar and elbow tie between the two here. Ryder gets the side headlock going. Miz should be able to counter out of this one. Yes, he is, considering he is the awesome one. Look at how quickly Miz is able to turn that into a side headlock on the ground now. Ryder, though, up to his feet. And Miz in a little bit of trouble here. Come on, Miz. Quicker you get out of this, the better. There we go. Great work there by Miz. Pushing Ryder away. Off to the ropes. Ducks under. And oh dear, that's backfired. Hip toss there by the annoying Zack Ryder. I'm going to counter Miz a little bit here off the start. Miz likes to get off to a bit of a safe and slow start in his matches, but when he puts the pressure on, that is when you see his opponents really start to struggle. Had Ryder's number there on more than one occasion with those two backdrops. And now, oh, snapmare driver there. What a move. Planting him firmly on his head and follows it up with a drop kick as well. Want to work on the head right now. Looking to soften that up ahead of the skull crushing finale. May also do a favor towards the Miz if he decides to target the back of Zack Ryder. Still, I imagine, reeling in pain from the attack on it by Christian. And Unforgiven. Good dragon screw there. This is what's so great about the Miz. He, he's got all this arrogance to him. He's got all this mantra and this personality that he possesses, but he can back it up in the ring. He's got the wrestling ability to back it up. Look how he's just holding Ryder there right now. Keeping him locked in. Holding him in that chin lock there, just wearing down Ryder, catching his breath, remaining in control. But Zack Ryder able to fight out of it with a jawbreaker there. The two people who actually care about Ryder able to cheer him on, and one of them is the Raw general manager. Ryder now. Knee into the chest. Come on. Oh, look at that by Miz. That is smart. He knew exactly what Ryder wanted to go for there. He had all the time in the world. Great work there by the Miz. And look at this now. He's able to try and get an advantage on the outside. Oh, get out of that one, Miz. Don't want that body ruined ahead of your upcoming photo shoots and your upcoming, movie premieres. Good work there, and Miz now remains back in control. Every time Ryder seems to get a little bit of a flurry of offense going, Miz is there to stop it right away, and back to the leg goes the Miz. Great drop kick into the leg there, cover right after it. Be great if he popped Ryder's knee out of socket. Oh, he didn't. He kicked out of two. Great. Once more, about 6. Now it's up to 6 people in the crowd. I assume some people have got their parents to start chanting Ryder's name. Yeah, that one lasted long. Well done. Tornado DDT, though, by Ryder. Don't let this be Ryder's ticket back into the match. Come on, Miz. Maryse, do something. Distract. Take off the turnbuckle. We cannot afford to let Zack Ryder win another match. Great move there by The Miz, and follows it up with a forearm shot right in the head. Just toying with Ryder, basically. He could end this match whenever he sees fit, and he knows he has the ability to do that. For some reason, Zack Ryder keeps on continuing to try and fight back. Suplex there by the Long Island IC, and no way. Where did Ryder get this from? Zack Ryder all of a sudden in position. Rough Ryder to The Miz. It's only a Rough Ryder. Miz will kick out. Wait, what? That doesn't seem like he's signaling for the end. He's not. He's not signaling for the end. The Miz in a whole load of trouble now. He still seems a bit dazed from that Rough Ryder. Come on, Miz. No, Miz, you can't. Yes, Miz with the reversal. In the turnbuckle. No. Double knees in the face by Ryder. Come on. Miz, fight back. What happened? Leaping forearm shot. No, you've made the worst mistake possible now. Oh, in the corner. Broski boot. Good God almighty. Zack Ryder came back with a flurry of offense all of a sudden. Miz in big, big trouble now. A second Rough Ryder by the former United States champion. Absolutely decked The Miz with that one. Cover on Miz. This one looks like it's over. 1, 2. Oh, God. Right, Zack Ryder wins. That's a tough pill to swallow. Miz just blew in an easy winning position. Cost himself a very precious victory there. Zack Ryder, your winner. Don't know how he came back with that, but there you go. There's another win for Ryder, and he certainly seems happy with the win that he picked up. That ending there was certainly a very rough ending. And now Ryder's got a microphone in hand. And now he's talking shit about Christian. Talking about how Christian ran away from the match when actually he wanted nothing to do with Captain Charisma. But Ryder's stating that there's only one way left for himself and Christian to settle what they started at Unforgiven, and that is a steel cage match at Over the Limit. If Christian wants to run away from Ryder now, he has to climb over that cage wall. He has to climb over that cage wall and run out of the state, because Ryder is ready to extract his measure of revenge on Captain Charisma. Zack Ryder there with one hell of a warning to Christian, saying that he is ready to end this once and for all, and I'll be with you in a moment. Hang on. Okay. Yep. Alright, got it. Ladies and gentlemen, just heard word off the Raw General Manager, Dauro Ranallo. It has been confirmed now. He has put pen to paper while that was being said. At Over the Limit, Christian and Zack Ryder will face off in a grudge match inside of the steel cage. So there we have it. It seems as if this is going to be settled once and for all between these two men. We will finally get to see the winner in this feud, and we'll get to see Christian move on to bigger and better things when he finishes Zack Ryder off once and for all inside of that steel cage, uses all parts of the steel walls to just decimate Long Island IC and move his name and his status up in Raw's rankings, while Zack Ryder stays right down at the bottom where he does belong and where he will always belong, because that's where losers go. That's all Zack Ryder is. Alright, so here we go. Tag team matchup time in the women's division now. Here comes Rosemary towards the ring, making her debut. And I said, of course, I was going to hold off talking about her brood. Despite them picking up a win last week over the Revolution, Dara and Arlo suggested that there will be a rematch for the Raw Tag Team between those two teams at Over the Limit. The Brood will face the Revolution, and in my mind, should the Brood win that matchup, and when the Brood win that matchup, in my mind, then they should be granted the opportunity to become #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. I said earlier, nearly no one on the Raw roster can stop the Bullet Club. That may, the Brood may be the only team that has that chance, that has that fire within them, that has that danger within them to defeat the Bullet Club. But even then, it's a big ask, because you are talking about two of the most lethal men within this division. But here comes, anyway, we're going to focus back on this matchup now. Here comes Becky Lynch, looking to recapture that Women's Championship in just a few days out Over the Limit. Will Becky Lynch be able to get that victory? We'll find out. My money heading into the matchup is on Gail Kim, to be fair. I've got to give credit where credit's due. Gail Kim has got wins over both of these women. And, of course, she was only meant to take on one of them. But last week, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, my apologies, that it all kind of went a little bit wrong in that aspect. Becky Lynch and Paige, of course, were squaring off, winner to get their hands on Gail Kim at the pay-per-view for the Raw Women's Championship. But it was not to be. It ended in a double count-out. However, the suggestion was made that it was to be a triple threat matchup. And while Gail Kim was okay with that being decided, she stated her own opinion on the matter. She showed that she is showing no fear towards either woman and believes it is her time to shine at Over the Limit to become the first Raw Women's Champion. And it certainly could happen. The Queen of the Ring, of course, winning that tournament that granted her the opportunity to come into this universe. And so far, she's done pretty damn well. She has defeated Becky Lynch on one occasion. She's been defeated by Becky Lynch on one occasion. She's also defeated Paige as well. Those are two former champions she's defeated. Paige, a champion a long time ago, though. But the wild card of this matchup is Rosemary. Has to be said, weird that Paige would be aligned with Rosemary in this match. I would honestly expect maybe Alexa Bliss to be the favorite, but for whatever reason, we haven't seen Bliss, at least to the top of my knowledge, since Dara and Arlo took charge. And I'm a little bit, not really worried, but I'm a little bit confused as to why that is the case. I mean, I thought Alexa Bliss would be someone who we would like to see. But apparently not. Even then, maybe Emma could be a tag team partner. I'm just trying to think of a few off the top of my head right now. Maria, maybe, although she may be a little bit more too infatuated with Michael Bennett and that. So, I don't know. There was a few other names, but Rosemary, it seems, has been the one to be chosen. We don't know how Rosemary will compete. We don't know what she's going to be like within that ring. We saw her in the Queen of the Ring briefly, but since then, she's become the mouthpiece, really, for the Brood, and I can imagine will probably be accompanying them to ringside at Over the Limit this Sunday. Good counter there by Becky Lynch, though. Kick to the leg. These two women with a very storied past. Paige still unable to get that win over Becky Lynch that she has craved for so long. Nice move there by Becky. Becky Lynch, of course, lost the Women's Championship at WrestleMania to Winter, who now holds it over on SmackDown. Of course, now the SmackDown Women's Championship still, but she would do whatever it takes to get her hands back on that championship belt. Becky Lynch right now with a nice start there, and it seems as if she is wanting to... No, oh, that was good by Paige there. I think she wanted to hit that stomp and then tag in Gail Kim, but Paige made sure to roll out of the ring and take Gail Kim with her, basically. Fisherman suplex there, cover right after that lovely bridge. Only just getting a 2 count, maybe even not got a 2 count, but I thought I would believe it to be the case. And now, Paige looking to unload here on Becky Lynch. Rosemary, if you look, she is just off in the distance. She is not paying any state of mind to this matchup right now. And Paige is only focusing on herself here. I don't even think she's made a glancing remark at Rosemary since the bell has rung. Perhaps too focused on Becky Lynch and too focused on both her opponents. She knows she wants that win this Sunday for that Women's Championship. Becky now with her for the backsploder suplex. Signature maneuver there. Paige laid out. Cover by Becky, who still hasn't made her tag into Gail Kim either. Early kick out though by Paige, but good kick, good dodge by Paige. She backs up slightly. She wanted Gail Kim in this one, a rematch here from a few weeks ago. And it's weird that these two women would be on opposing teams because not too long ago it was actually Paige who was shouting instructions at Gail Kim to get the win over Becky Lynch. But here they are now on opposing sides right now. And still, Paige going to work here on Gail Kim. She is not looking to, she has not even thought, it seems, about making that tag. She's barely walked towards that turnbuckle that Rosemary is waiting by. Irish whip here by Paige, looking to try and get a revenge here, get a victory over the Queen of the Ring, but that is not to happen. Great DDT there by Gail Kim. Really planted Paige really on the top of her head. Cover here right after it, hoping it's enough. Just about scrambled a 1 count. Still very early days, it seems, for Paige. Thing is, if Paige takes a lot of offense here, if she goes and tags in the fresh Rosemary, things might be a little bit better for her. Gail Kim now hopping right up to that top rope. Looking to take flight here. Gail Kim drop kick into the back of Paige. Not looking that strong right now, to be fair. Paige is in a lot of trouble, and Rosemary doesn't seem to be trying to help her partner along in any way, shape, or form. She doesn't seem to be even paying much attention to it. She's just standing on the apron right now. And we've got this octopus stretch locked in here. A little bit of a nod to the runner-up in the Queen of the Ring, AJ Lee, because he was defeated by Gail Kim. We just got dropped-tolded into the ropes. Both women a little bit dazed here. And all of a sudden, Paige turns it back into her kind of matchup. The Rampage DDT. Gail Kim down and maybe out. The cover here. Becky not getting involved. Seems to be all kinds of ongoing problems with this tag team matchup. Great move there by Paige, but Gail Kim able to fight back. And now Gail Kim all of a sudden locking Paige in. Eat defeat. Boot in the jaw. Down goes Paige. Cover right after it. Is Paige done for? Rosemary in the ring, and she's just watching. Rosemary didn't even bother to help. She stood there and did absolutely nothing. She could have broken that one up. She easily could have broken that one up. Becky Lynch is on the other side of the fall. But Rosemary chose not to. She stood there and watched. Certainly, it seems Rosemary frustrated at Paige for not making the tag in and ruining her debut here on Raw. But it's a victory for Gail Kim and Becky Lynch. Allies right now, but of course going to be enemies this Sunday as they vie for the same prize. Question being, though, which one of these two women will walk out with that Raw Women's Championship but over the limit? And it certainly brings implications into the matter right now as to who is going to walk out with that belt. Which one of those three women right there will be walking out as your WWE, as your Raw Women's Champion? We will find out at Over the Limit. My money, still going to put it on Gail Kim. That win here tonight, 3 in a row for Gail Kim, and it's just looking better and better for her. And we're going to move on because I just spotted a familiar face making his way down the ramp. It's the United States Champion, Adam Cole, heading towards the ring. You know this Raw is good when Adam Cole isn't even booked on the show, and he's decided to grace us with his presence. Hello. Hello, Adam Cole. Great to see you here. What have you got to say? So let's all be a little bit silent and give Adam Cole the respect he deserves. Of course, hey, Adam, it's always story time with Adam Cole when you got the microphone. It's, you know, story time with Adam Cole, baby, is the greatest invention I think the Bullet Club's had in quite some time. But of course, let's listen to your story about Drago. Ah, yes. Once upon a time, there was a tiny little Mexican who thought he had an opportunity of the United States Championship. Yeah, you're right. He did view it as a dream. It was one of his favorite dreams that he would have. He loved it being read to him at nights. And Adam Cole couldn't even be any closer to the truth. He is spot on right there. Adam Cole knows exactly what it is. It's a dream. And nothing more for Drago. Keeping it short and sweet. This Sunday is a dream, but Adam Cole is here to wake him up from that dream, slap him back into reality, make him realize where he belongs on Monday Night Raw and who he belongs to. And that is Adam Cole, baby. Very nicely put there by Adam Cole. Even had a little bit of a story to tell. That's how you know you got a nice little cute experience on your hands. So there we go. Of course, Adam Cole there rubbing it in the face further of Drago. Will that get Drago more fired up ahead of this Sunday? We'll find out on the night. We will find out when they vie for the United States Championship. But right now, here comes the villain Marty Scurll in only his second matchup in this universe, getting ready to fight the most boring man alive, but at the same time, a Grand Slam champion. In accompaniment by his tag team partner Michael Bennett and Bennett's wife Maria, heading towards the ring here, looking for momentum, looking for a victory as they vie for the opportunity to become World Tag Team Champions this Sunday at Over the Limit. I would love to see them try. I honestly would. This is the problem that I have. I like basically all four guys. No, wait, I like three guys. I hate Bennett. Don't know where I got that one from, but I like his wife. So, you know what, that may win some points. But the difference being that, as I said earlier, these two men haven't had a tag team matchup yet on TV. They've had a match in the house show circuit. They've shown their credentials as a tag team when they decimated the Vaudevillains and wrote off Simon Gotch for some time. They haven't had a tag team matchup in front of thousands of fans and in front of a large-scale audience like it will be at Over the Limit. This man, Daniel Bryan, has had so many of those matches. He has had, time and time again, big-time matches on a big match scale as well. I mean, Daniel Bryan's walked into WrestleManias as world champion. He's in fact, you know, I've said this before, Daniel Bryan, to my knowledge, has competed on every single WrestleMania. I believe that is the case, and if that is, well, you know, that just goes to show the credentials of Daniel Bryan. But, of course, he is still one of the most boring men that ever lived, and even in a submission matchup, he couldn't defeat Tyler Breeze. Let's just all remember that. The last time we saw Daniel Bryan before this, he was tapping out to Tyler Breeze. A man who's not even that well-rounded in his submission game. He tapped out to that man with his own move. How embarrassing is that? And here tonight he goes up against Marty Scurll, who is more than able to lock in a devastating crossface chicken wing. Saw it against Orton when he made his debut, and he could do it here tonight against Daniel Bryan. Nice start there right off the bat, and with Bennett and Marie on the outside, certainly going to be giving instructions along the way towards the villain. Let's see what's going to happen here. Scurll getting off to a very aggressive start here, much to the enjoyment on the outside of Bennett and Maria. What a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker that was there by Marty Scurll. Keeping it simplistic right now, going to work on the back a little bit. Cover right after it here. Will he be able to get a win early on? Michinoku driver was not the case. A bit of back and forth now. And another Michinoku driver. This is Marty Scurll firmly in the driver's seat right now over Daniel Bryan. Elbow drop there right into the chest. I mean, it's all well and good getting momentum over Daniel Bryan in a singles matchup. You got to remember, you are in a different kind of field. You're in a tag team matchup against a team that, well, they're not even a team, the brotherhood that is the Bullet Club. The Good Brothers, of course. How could I forget about calling them that? They are the Good Brothers. That is how close they vie themselves with one another. Daniel Bryan, you know, he goes at it on his own. Yes, he's a former 2-time World Tag Team Champion, or 3-time World Tag Team Champion, but each of those times, the reign wasn't really that long. No, he may only be a... Hang on, I'm trying to remember. Is he 2? No, he is a 3-time. But each time, the reigns weren't really that long. So, you know, it's alright. You know, getting a win over him in this aspect, it helps you out with momentum. It helps you out with gaining credibility. Doesn't really help you with getting a win in a tag team aspect. Bennett may be a former tag team champion, and the main advantage I think that they have heading into this matchup is Bennett's leadership. Of course, we cannot forget over on ECW the fact that Michael Bennett was for some time the hidden leader of the NWO. From day one, he was the hidden leader. And, oh, what a Cobra clutch suplex there by Marty Scurll. But anyway, yes, he was the hidden leader of the NWO. Of course, since day one, 14 months he held ECW hostage. And for what, 7 of those months, he was ECW champion. He knew exactly what he was doing. Michael Bennett did, and that's where the leadership may help out Marty Scurll this Sunday at Over the Limit. But he's still got to bring his own end to the table. He's still got to be able to work in a team with Michael Bennett, and he seems to be backfiring right now, even against Daniel Bryan. And Bennett getting involved now. Bennett looking to cause a distraction, looking to help out his tag team partner temporarily, but it's unable to help Scurll from being stuck in the S-lock. Scurll is close to the ropes though, and just had to make a little short crawl, and he was there. Good counter by Marty Scurll right away there. Took a little bit too long though to get right back on the attack. Good forearm shot in the face though, and now Marty Scurll, where's he going to go? He's going to go up high again. From the top rope here, the villain flies with a crossbody. You can see Bennett firmly intent here with his eyes locked on his partner. He's got to realize his strengths and his weaknesses. As much as I don't like Michael Bennett, you do have to give credit. He knows what he's doing within that ring. Scurll, though, all of a sudden, turning the matchup into his favor. Bryan seemed destined to get fired up here to get his second gear going, and Scurll just stopped that in a second. Crossface chicken wing in the center of the ring. Firmly locked in here. Will Bryan be forced to submit again? Will he tap out once more? Daniel Bryan with nowhere to go, and he's tapping. Bryan's tapping. Bryan is still tapping out, and finally, Marty Scurll lets go of the hold and is victorious. A good win for the villain, and it helps him gain momentum really on the road to Over the Limit. But will it be enough? I don't think so. I still don't think that is going to be enough to help him out in getting the advantage that he needs for himself and Bennett to capture those World Tag Team titles at Over the Limit. I believe it is an and still occasion for the Bullet Club. But it's nice to see Scurll and Bennett gaining momentum. I mean, of course, they fought to get this #1 contendership. Bennett may have got the win over Carl Anderson this last week, but it hasn't really meant all that much. While the two men seem to be, with good momentum in singles matches, in a tag team matchup affair, I think it's favourites for the Bullet Club. Speaking of the Bullet Club, here comes the man ready to prove everyone wrong, to cast a shadow over Tyler Breeze, and to get his opportunity to vie for the World Heavyweight Championship this Sunday at Over the Limit. Dolph Ziggler heads towards the ring right now, finally getting the matchup that he deserves. Need I remind you, Dolph Ziggler 2 weeks ago in that amazing triple threat main event pinned Tyler Breeze in the middle of the ring. Sting was involved, but he did not make a difference in the final decision. Dolph Ziggler was your winner in that one. But however, Ziggler did also suffer a little bit of a dent in momentum last week. In that tag team main event, Ziggler and Cole teamed up to take on Tyler Breeze and Sting. The backfire came when it was Sting who pinned Dolph Ziggler yet again. However, Dolph Ziggler still being given the opportunity that he deserves by the Raw General Manager, that he's been waiting for, that he has spoiled on 2 occasions. For Sting to get the same opportunity. The World Heavyweight Champion in singles action once more. Will he be able to defeat Dolph Ziggler? I mean, it's going to be a close one. I believe this will be a very, very close matchup between both men, but I believe it is Dolph Ziggler's matchup. He's got the momentum over Breeze. He's got the win over Breeze. Breeze's involvement in that tag team matchup last week, I don't remember it being anywhere near as significant as Sting's. The World Heavyweight Champion is really then got a kind of a dented performance. He is shaky at best as World Heavyweight Champion. And look at that, there's Ziggler just went right to the ropes, and Breeze was having none of it. Breeze does not want to get through the rest of his entrance. You know it's serious when even the model that is Tyler Breeze does not care about himself enough to want to get his hands on Dolph Ziggler. The man who floored him for 3 weeks in a row at the end of an episode of Raw. Something along those lines. No, it wasn't 3 weeks in a row, but it was close to that. Breeze now finally wanting to get this matchup underway. And look at how confident he is. He's telling Ziggler to go away, and Ziggler now just even more infuriated by that. The bell rings, are underway. And they have scrapped any kind of collar and elbow tie-up, any kind of chain wrestling from the start. They are just looking to hurt one another, and you saw that snap suplex there. It was as if Breeze wanted to dump him right in the top of his neck. Off goes that very expensive coat of Tyler Breeze's. And now the matchup can begin. Ziggler unloading with strikes, but is countered by Breeze. Breeze hoping for something, but Ziggler having absolutely none of it, and goes right back to trying to punch away. Another gorgeous one. Tyler Breeze here, elevated DDT. Nicely done there. Try to get a little bit confident there, and Ziggler was having none of that. Super kick in the gut, elbow in the face, down goes the world champ, and now Ziggler can unload once more with offense. Maybe not. Breeze with a counter, and he sends Ziggler to the outside. First ever Grand Slam champion, taken for a spin on the outside here, seeming a little bit dazed on the ground. Oh no, maybe playing possum. Seemed to be doing just that, as he's the one sending Tyler Breeze back into the ring. Now Ziggler looking to unload. Another drop kick there by the show-off. First trip to the top rope here. You can see the fire that Ziggler has within him. How much he craves that opportunity to just pin Breeze once more. To grant him that opportunity. Not the smartest idea though. He even saw Breeze run towards him. And he still decided to try for that drop kick. Supermodel kick by Breeze. Very early on. Could be a huge game changer in this matchup. It's only a 1 count though. Breeze does not seem happy about that. Breeze, though, lying in wait. Beauty shot may be on its way already. No, it's going to be the S-lock. Breeze going to sit in the S-lock on Dolph Ziggler's former tag team partner, on Daniel Bryan's former tag team partner and rival in Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler makes it to the ropes, though. Very nicely done there. Good work by Ziggler to make it to the ropes. I mean, he was close already. And you can even hear it in this crowd. You gotta remember, neither man is really liked by this audience, by anyone really, within the crowd for whatever reason. I don't know why you can't like Dolph Ziggler. He is fighting for you people. But then again, maybe those people are realizing that. There was a temporarily "Let's go Ziggler" chant in the crowd there. Certainly the show-off on the Bullet Club winning fans all over the world. Good dodge there by Breeze. I'll give him credit. Ziggler just unaware of it until it was too late. Tyler Breeze now looking to take Ziggler on a ride once more to the outside, maybe. What a drop kick there! Ziggler on the outside now, and once more look at Breeze. That confidence just echoing from the World Heavyweight Champion. It seems as if Ziggler might be in a situation where he may have picked off more than he can chew, or maybe not. Once more, the show-off plays possum. And he's the one leading it back into the ring. Nice clothesline there by Ziggler as he looks to lie in wait. Great work there by Breeze. Getting his leg up that high for that firm kick in the skull. And now Ziggler able to just all of a sudden slow it back down to his kind of matchup. Elbow drop there in the chest. But Breeze with yet another reversal. These two men's kind of offense in a way so similar. And of course both going to be directed onto the skull as they look for their finishing maneuvers. Rope break there following that back suplex. You'd expect Ziggler to have better ring awareness. Here we go. This is looking like a bad landing. Oh, bad impact there. Bounces out of the turnbuckle. Ziggler though couldn't get anything going right away. You see him, he's looking a little bit hunched over really. He looks a little bit fatigued slightly, and he drops down to one knee. Big mistake there by Ziggler, and it's a DDT by Maryse, who's immediately able to follow up. That was Ziggler's undoing there, and I am not happy to see that. I'm really not a fan of seeing that, and Ziggler now might look to be in another bit of trouble. It's another yes lock. Another yes lock for Tyler Breeze. Will he force Ziggler to tap out? Come on, Ziggler. Come on, just stick your leg out. You're right next to the ropes. Stick your leg out. Come on. Or not. Ziggler rolls his way out of it. Great work there, and takes a moment to catch his breath before deciding to finish up. Oh, there is a beautiful famouser. Or famouser even. Down goes Breeze. Zigzag! Zigzag connects on the money. Dolph Ziggler is about to close in on a huge win over the World Heavyweight Champion. There's one. There's two. And no. Ziggler shaking his head. He does not want the matchup to end that way. Seems to still have something in mind here. And now look at Ziggler just kind of rubbing it in. Having his own way with the World Champion right now, as only Ziggler wants to. Dolph Ziggler with a stiff headbutt there. How will he look to follow up now? He gets countered. Oh dear. Come on, Ziggler. You've had his number nearly all of this matchup. Keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, yes. DDT maybe. What a counter. What a great counter by Ziggler. Northern Light suplex. Could this be enough? It is not. Ziggler once more broke that cover up there. Breeze's shoulders were still down on the mat. Look at how confident Ziggler is, though. He knows he is just in total control right now. And he has got nothing to worry about. The World Champion in a lot of trouble here. Ziggler may be closing in on a huge win, and a win that he is well deserving of. The show off just completely in the zone right now. It doesn't seem to be dropping out of it anytime soon. He knows exactly what he's doing here. Hoping for the roll-up. That was not a smart idea there. Should have better ring awareness before going for that one again. Breeze now. Counters. Supermodel kick! Tyler Breeze had enough of the offense done by Ziggler and was able to fight back there. Clocking in with that supermodel kick. And now Breeze all of a sudden might be getting himself back in this matchup. No, great work there. Rolled out of harm's way. He had to. He had to do it. And into the famouser. Incredible timing. Let his guard down temporarily. This is his moment. This is Ziggler's moment. Going to the corner. Winding up for that super kick to Breeze. Read it and oh God, no. No. No, don't let it be. They said he wasn't here. They said he wasn't in the building. It's Sting! It's Sting! Where the hell does Sting come from? He's ruined the main event. He's ruined Ziggler's chance. He is jealous of Dolph Ziggler. Jealous of the fact that Ziggler was closing in on success. And now it's Breeze's turn. The same for the World Champion. What the hell has gone into Sting? He floored Ziggler with the Scorpion Death Drop. And now he's doing the same to Breeze. Scorpion Death Drop to the World Champion. Sting just left an almighty impact to finish off this episode of Raw. The main event thrown out the window, courtesy of the Stinger. Oh my. Oh my indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just received words from the Raw General Manager Daryl Ranallo that this Sunday at Over the Limit, we are going to have, for the World Heavyweight Championship, a rematch from 2 weeks ago. That's right. Sting, Ziggler, and Breeze will all vie for the World Heavyweight Championship. That means one thing is for sure. Ziggler's win will only be more sweet when he captures that World Heavyweight Championship at Over the Limit. That'll end this episode of Raw. see you at Over the Limit.